You're standing in the lobby of the First National Bank in East Chicago, Indiana. It's January 15th, 1934. The tellers are frozen behind the counter. Customers are on the floor, hands on their heads. Your partner, Red Hamilton, is covering the exits. You're holding a Thompson submachine gun and smiling, because this is what you do better than anyone alive. Your name is John Herbert Dillinger. You're 30 years old. You've robbed more banks in the last 6 months than most gangs rob in a decade. The FBI has named you public enemy #1. Every cop in America has your photograph pinned to their wall, and you keep getting caught. That's the remarkable part. Not that you rob banks. Lots of people rob banks. It's that they catch you, lock you in their best prisons, and you walk out every single time. But let's go back. Let's go back to where this all started. You're born on June 22nd, 1903, in Indianapolis, Indiana. Your father is a grocer, strict religious, quick with a belt. Your mother dies when you're 3. You grow up restless, angry, and bored in a city that has nothing for you. By your teens, you're stealing cars and getting into fights. Your father moves the family to Mooresville, Indiana, hoping a small-town life will straighten you out. It doesn't. In 1924, at 20 years old, you make the worst decision of your life. You and a friend rob a local grocer named Frank Morgan. The robbery is clumsy. Morgan fights back. You pistol whip him. You're caught within hours. Your father convinces you to plead guilty, promising leniency. The judge gives you 10 to 20 years. Your accomplice who pleads not guilty gets 2 years into a shorter sentence. You learn a lesson that poisons you against authority forever. The system doesn't reward honesty. It punishes it. You serve 9 years at Indiana State Prison. You enter as a petty thief. You come out as a professional bank robber. Inside, you meet men who've been doing this their whole lives. Harry Pierpont, Homer Van Meter, Charles Mackley, Russell Clark. They teach you everything. How to case a bank, how to control a room, how to drive a getaway car, how to drill a vault. Prison is your graduate school, and your professors are the best in the business. You're paroled on May 22nd, 1933. Within 4 weeks, you rob your first bank, then another, then another. You hit banks across Indiana and Ohio with speed and precision that stuns law enforcement. You're polite to customers, theatrical with tellers, and ruthless with anyone who tries to stop you. But your real project isn't robbing banks, it's breaking your friends out of prison. Pierpont, Mackley, and Clark are still inside Indiana State Prison, so you smuggle guns to them, hidden in a barrel of thread shipped to the prison's shirt factory. On September 26, 1933, 10 inmates, including Pierpont and the crew, grab the guns and fight their way out through 4 locked gates. 3 guards are beaten. 1 is killed. They're free, and you just engineered one of the most audacious prison breaks in American history, from the outside. Now you have a gang, the Dillinger Gang. You hit banks across the Midwest like a military operation. You leap over bank counters like a gymnast. You time your robberies to the second. The press loves you. During the Depression, people who rob banks from the rich are heroes. You're compared to Robin Hood, Jesse James. Newsreels play footage of your robberies. Women write you love letters in jail. On January 25, 1934, you're finally caught. Police arrest you in Tucson, Arizona, after a fire at the Congress Hotel forces your gang to evacuate and reveals your identity. You're extradited to Indiana and locked up in the Crown Point jail, billed as escape-proof. The county prosecutor poses for photographs with you, arm around your shoulder, grinning. They think the story is over. It isn't. On March 3, 1934, you escape from Crown Point using what you later claim is a wooden gun, carved from a washboard top and blackened with shoe polish. Whether it's actually wood or a real pistol smuggled in by a corrupt guard is still debated. What's not debated is the result. You take 2 hostages, force a deputy to open the doors, and drive away in the sheriff's own car. You cross the state line into Illinois, which makes it a federal case. The FBI is now hunting you personally. J. Edgar Hoover is furious. You've humiliated the most secure jail in Indiana. You've stolen the sheriff's car. You've become the most famous criminal in America, and you seem to be enjoying it. The FBI throws everything at you. Melvin Purvis, the head of the Chicago field office, leads the hunt. Your face is on wanted posters in every post office. Your gang robs the Security National Bank in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, then the First National Bank in Mason City, Iowa. You're shot in the arm during the Mason City robbery, but keep going. On April 22, 1934, the FBI tracks you to the Little Bohemia Lodge in Manitowish Waters, Wisconsin. They surround the building at night, but the raid is a disaster. Agents open fire on 3 innocent civilians leaving the lodge, killing one. You and your gang escape through the back windows and flee into the woods. The FBI is humiliated. Hoover reassigns staff. Congress demands answers. You're wounded, hunted, and running out of allies. Homer Van Meter is paranoid. Red Hamilton has been shot and will die of his wounds. Babyface Nelson, your most volatile partner, is killing cops and drawing heat. The gang is disintegrating. In May 1934, you undergo plastic surgery. A shady doctor in Chicago alters your face and burns your fingerprints with acid. The face changes are minimal. The fingerprints grow back. But you think you're invisible now. You grow a mustache. You dye your hair. You go to Cubs games at Wrigley Field while every agent in the Midwest hunts you. The woman who betrays you is Anna Sage, a Romanian-born brothel madam facing deportation. She makes a deal with Melvin Purvis. She'll give you up in exchange for staying in the country. She tells the FBI that on the night of July 22, 1934, she'll be taking you to a movie at the Biograph Theater on Lincoln Avenue in Chicago. She'll wear an orange skirt so the agents can identify her. It's a Sunday night. Hot. You go with Anna and your girlfriend, Polly Hamilton, to see a gangster film called Manhattan Melodrama, starring Clark Gable. You sit in the dark theater for 94 minutes, watching a movie about a criminal who dies in the electric chair. The irony is almost too perfect. At 10:30 p.m., you walk out of the theater. The street is full of people. Purvis lights a cigar. The signal. FBI agents close in from every direction. You spot them. You reach for your pistol. You start to run toward the alley. 3 agents fire. 5 shots hit you. 1 enters through the back of your neck and exits below your right eye. You fall face first on the pavement. You're 31 years old. You die in an alley next to a movie theater on a hot July night in Chicago. The Lady in Orange, as Anna Sage becomes known, is eventually deported anyway. The deal was worth nothing. People dip their handkerchiefs in your blood. The crowd presses against the police line, trying to get souvenirs. Your body is displayed at the Cook County morgue, where thousands file past to see John Dillinger lying on a slab. You robbed an estimated $500,000 from banks across the Midwest in a little over a year. You escaped from jail twice, once by engineering a breakout from outside, once by allegedly bluffing your way out with a wooden gun. You evaded the FBI for months. You survived shootouts, betrayals, and a botched plastic surgery. You became the most wanted man in America during the worst economic crisis in American history. And somehow, half the country was rooting for you. You're John Dillinger, public enemy number 1. You robbed the banks that were robbing America, and you did it with a grin. You escaped every prison they put you in, except the last one. Because the last prison wasn't made of bars. It was made of bullets, and a woman in an orange skirt. That's the truth about criminal empires. You can outrun every cop, break every lock, and smile for every camera. But there's always someone willing to trade you for their own freedom. And the alley behind the theater is always shorter than you think.